Did you know there's a wooden lighthouse in Toronto that once guided hundreds of thousands of ships into the city's harbour, but now it sits landlocked, surrounded by streetcars, roads, and skyscrapers? If you walk down Fleet Street, you'll spot it. A small red octagonal tower, almost out of place, like someone forgot to take it back to the lake after the shoreline moved. The Queen's Wharf Lighthouse we see today was built in 1861, and it once stood at one of the most important points on the entire waterfront. With its octagonal wooden tower and red lantern, it worked in tandem with a second white light lighthouse, and when both lights were aligned, incoming vessels knew exactly how to navigate the narrow channel. For decades, it did its job, guiding more than 300,000 vessels into Toronto's harbour, becoming a quiet but crucial part of Toronto's pulse of trade, travel, and the comings and goings of people and goods. The 1861 lighthouse was actually the second built for the Queen's Wharf. It was a replacement for an earlier 1838 structure. It was designed by Keyvis Tully, one of the most influential early architects in Ontario, and later the chief architect of the Ontario Department of Public Works. But then Toronto changed. Starting in the 1880s, the area west of Queen's Wharf began to be filled in, literally. Dredged lake material, landfill, and industrial expansion pushed the shoreline farther and farther out. By 1911, the wooden lighthouse became part of the Toronto Harbour Commission's portfolio, and by 1925, the waterfront had moved significantly. The once watery wharf had become solid ground, and the lighthouse found itself stranded 1,400 feet inland, and it no longer had a purpose. 4 years later, in 1929, the Toronto Harbour Commission transferred ownership to the City of Toronto, and rather than tearing it down, the city made a choice to save it. That same year, in 1929, the structure was moved carefully on rollers to its current site on Fleet Street. Today, the Queen's Wharf Lighthouse stands as only one of two surviving 19th century lighthouses in Toronto. The other one is the stone Gibraltar Point Lighthouse on the islands. The Queen's Wharf Lighthouse has been restored many times. The wood has been repaired, the lantern refurbished, shingles replaced, and the paint refreshed. But its historical significance remains, a tiny relic from the days when Toronto was a muddy harbour town. So when you're in the area, make sure to glance at that little redwood tower, and imagine the over 300,000 ships cutting through the dark waters in the 19th century, with the red and white lights guiding them through the mist. It's important to note that the Queen's Wharf Lighthouse is surrounded by a streetcar loop and Lakeshore Boulevard. Please be careful if you go and visit this historic site. And remember to like and subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this one. Until next time, take care.